Um, so bPay is doing very well. So we launched bPay via a series of pilot initiatives last year in 2014, and we're now working towards a broader rollout of the product in 2015. Um, from what we saw last year, we learned a tremendous amount, and that was really the purpose of doing a series of pilots, is to learn about how customers are using the product, how best to distribute the product, what is really getting customers engaged with the product, what they like about it, what they don't like about it, and we're taking in all those learnings and feedback to build a better product and experience for 2015. Biggest challenges is, for me, is we're building an entirely new product within a bank, and we're building a new payment form factor that has a very different distribution model than our existing forms of plastic and payment. So it's understanding the entire go-to-market strategy of a wearable product versus a payment product has been the biggest challenge for us within the bank. So to answer your question, will wearables be used only for payments? Absolutely not. We've already seen, the wearables market and the wearables industry has grown tremendously in the last 18 months, in areas with like fitness bands, smartwatches, and a variety of other products that get for potential use cases. And payments, in our opinion, payments provide a really good way to engage customers and a good way to get customers using a wearable product on a daily basis, but it doesn't necessarily have to be the only thing. So first of all, we see payments becoming an ingredient in other wearable technology items. So adding payment to a smartwatch or payment to a fitness device is certainly in the realm of possibility. And then also we see using the NFC and contactless capabilities in the devices that we've made, there are many other use cases and that you can add to a device. So we've been working with football clubs, for example, in the UK at adding access capabilities. So a customer can use a device that has their season ticket loaded on it, but also allows them to pay both inside and outside the stadium. So access is one area that we think has great opportunities to go alongside the payment functionality of the product. But then also customer experiences. You can also use the same technology to do a series of customer experiences at an event or at a location. And we did a number of experiential things at Barclaycard concerts in Hyde Park last summer, where the devices were not used only for payment, but they allowed customers to access a variety of experiences on the day. Right, so I think bPay, well, the interesting thing about the bPay proposition is it's first and foremost, it's a customer payment device, and that's what customers are using it for. But we also see it as a great way to engage merchants and potential partners. And just in the things I've mentioned, like adding the access and experiences and then potential loyalty to the product, provides a great way for merchants to not only engage customers in a new and different way, but also to learn more about them. And in the football examples that I've referenced, one of the key elements of success for that product is the ability to leverage the data and usage data that we get from customers on how they're using the device, where they're spending on the device, what other things they're engaging with on the device, to provide that data back to the club and give them a new way to learn about their loyal fan base. So that's part of the strategies that we're working on, is how do we build both a consumer proposition for this device and giving customers an easy and convenient way to pay, but then also at the same time build a merchant proposition that gives merchants a new reason or new way to engage with their customers. So Transport for London, we're huge fans of what Transport for London has done with respect to payments in and around London in the last 18 months. So it's starting with them adding contactless payments on the buses about 18 months ago, and then moving on to contactless payments on the Tube, which they launched last September. We've seen tremendous growth out of just since the day the Tube launched. In September, we're close to approaching 100 million pounds of spend overall on contactless since September, and tens of millions of journeys from people using contactless cards on the Tube. To then combining what TfL has done with contactless with what we're doing with bPay, we believe that TfL and the tube and bus use cases give customers a tremendous way to use bPay and wearables, and to make their lives easier and more convenient. Yeah, as we see contactless adoption growing in the UK, clearly there are other merchants that will come on board this year. We're already looking at a number of supermarket chains that will add contactless capabilities, which is really making the UK a tremendous market for contactless overall. So to answer your question, yes, we see potential new partnerships that we can form around both contactless and with bPay in the future, and we're excited to pursue all those opportunities this year.